And I'm driving home. Oh, I don't know why the hell I came up with the idea of walking up to the police headquarters to drop off that form. Oh yeah, it's because there's no place to park. Yeah, no place to park at police headquarters. To drop off my vulnerable sector screening application, my screening form. Which of course I could not drop it off on Sunday because they're not open. There's a drop box there inside the lobby, but they weren't open. Ugh. I tell you the things I do just to get this better job. Hopefully, better job. But the best part is, thank God I went down there in person. Because my, oh, look at these people. Go ahead. Slow it down more. Thank you. And look at this jackass. Sorry. The best part is, when I got there, and I thankfully did this in person, for starters, this sheet I was supposed to get, a vulnerable sector screening application sheet or a criminal background check sheet, I'm supposed to get through the company, or my company, because it's an internal transfer. I was supposed to get through them. I didn't know that. I actually contacted the company a couple times. Took them over almost a week to get back to me. Thankfully, the manager for the unit that I'm transferring to, she was able to help me get the sheet earlier, but I missed out a few steps. Like, oh yeah, it had to be printed in legal format. I couldn't print it on the regular 8.5 by 11. Okay, sure, why not? I went around. My bosses could not, well, they told me they couldn't get it to print in legal, which I don't understand why. Went to Walmart. They only do prints. Sucks they mean. I went to a nearby library. Tried printing it off. Couldn't print it off. I had to get someone there to help me. They finally got printed in legal paper. Problem is, it was only printed on legal paper. It did not resize the document to fit legal format. And that's what I had with me when I went to drop off the sheet earlier. And thankfully, that's why I said, oh, thankfully, I did this in person instead of mailing it in, because if I mailed it in, they would have been rejected. Thankfully, the nice guard at the does the security checkpoints at the front of the building, he pointed me to a place called, I think it was the printing house. It was right across the street in the College Park, the lower levels, right at the base of the escalators. It takes to the lower levels. It took me a little while to find out. Mind you, it was stupid me. I didn't know this idiot going the wrong way. It took me a little while to find, because I didn't ask anyone. Yeah, I'm a guy, so I don't ask for directions, right? Almost $6 after taxes. Freaking kidding me. Ponzi scheme, I tell you. So, okay, 5 minutes there. And $6 later, got my sheet printed. Took my ass back across the street. And he just directed me to the drop box. Like, oh, okay, right. Oh yeah, did I tell you that you have to do this thing in use a certified check or a money order? Like crap. On top of paying $65, it's additional $7.50 in charges, service charges for the money order. Seriously, what the hell? Great, my stress cough is back again. This guy's not changing. I've you're late, ends. Of course, I had to go during the weekday, right after work. And because there's no parking down there, I said, yeah, why not? Just walk over, I'll take the path. So it's only like 35 degrees out here. Path doesn't quite take me all the way. I'm exhausted. I'm probably borderline dehydrated. But you know what? It's a small weight off my shoulders. Because this transfer has been just literally taking it out of me. Physically, mentally. I'm excited and anxious at the same time. And worried. Why the hell did I get into this business? Oh yeah, it doesn't pay much money. No wait, that's not a good reason. Yet you know the things you do for your kids and for your wife that does not work. FYI. Yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go. Go ahead. Attaboy. I don't know what the heck they're doing with this. It's been sitting here like this for ages. As long as I can remember. Yes, you're concerned. Oh yeah. Fuck me. Thankfully I got my mom to pick up my son from daycare. I definitely cannot make it there for 5. Oh, stress cough. Again. Tell you, this has not been fun. Especially yesterday. Well, thankfully it was a Sundays, and I got down there early enough that, you know, don't have to worry about to pay for parking. You know, they do loosen up on restrictions on parking on Sundays and sometimes Saturdays. Don't have to pay before a certain time. But man, you know, my wife was thinking, yeah, let's go to an island. Oh, let's maybe drive around the CN Tower, show the kids. Yeah, but then we had that Israeli march. And that blocked off traffic. I was stuck on Front Street for like more than half an hour. My daughter wailing in the back. Rush hour traffic I can handle. Can at least move. Traffic being blocked by events, especially when I didn't know about them. Rather, I did know about this event. I didn't know about the march. But I never thought that I would be in that area on Sunday. So the two never clicked. But maybe I'll just drive around the CN Tower and just maybe head over to a parking lot, since I already paid up to June. Grab some lunch, walk around there for a little bit and go home. Honestly, I don't know why I'm talking about this like this. I've never done anything like this before. Just hopefully the mic can actually pick up my voice. I spoke to my chef a little bit like this, like about some of the my concerns and anxieties about transferring to this new place. She understands. I don't tell her the whole thing because she's the one that's actually sending me there. Don't want to make her feel bad. Can't talk like this to my family, and they're not going to really understand. Especially when I can't really translate a lot of this to my wife into Chinese. But having that done really took a weight off my chest, because getting this sheet, between getting it, having it filled out, getting it done properly, and it's been like a week and a half long process. On top of that, I've been getting busy at work, like with my still current job. So I haven't been sleeping properly either. My neck is like just killing me right now. You know, when you go to bed and it's like you have a really crappy pillow, you just don't sleep properly, and you get your muscles are pinched, and it translates all the way down to your back. For a job where you're standing all the time, that takes it out of you. I kid you not. I can barely turn my head to do my shoulder checks. Ugh. Ow. Okay. Ow. Everyone tells me I shouldn't be too worried, especially my chef. She says this job should be a lot easier. It should be a lot less stressful. I could be on the wire all the time, like last minute caterings, and hopefully, people like not showing up to work. I gotta fill in all the time. The cooking should be easier. Should be a little more regimental. Where I worry is the Q&A. At an old age home, you have to make sure you're always on temperature. You always have to make sure you do your temperature checks. Record them all the time. I'm really bad with doing stuff like that, really. But that should be something I can easily work on. Biggest adjustment, however, is going to be the fact that I'm going to be working 12 days on and 2 days off in a 2-week work cycle. Hopefully that should be a little more consistent, though. Because on paper, I'm only supposed to be working 5 days at a maximum of 44 hours a week. More like 5 days, I'll work almost 50 hours a week, with all my overtime being banked. God knows I'm going to get paid any of it. But I still have to make myself available on weekends for weekend events and caterings, or prep for big stuff that's happening on happens on Mondays. And honestly, I was actually comfortable with that. I don't know why. I was able to do it. It's actually not bad going into work when there's no one around you to bug you all the time. Ah, you want to do this? I need that. I need you to come my break. Guess who's not coming in? Uh-oh. Guess what? Last minute. This one. Oh my god. I guess because I've been doing it for so long. I've been there for 12 years. You just get comfortable, you just get used to it. You almost sort of expect things like that to happen all the time. You just truck along. Not much you can do about it. It's the nature of the job, I guess. However, I was potentially another job. There was another potential job opening, but it wouldn't be open until sometime during the fall. It would have paid a lot more. Supposedly at $25 an hour for a retirement home as opposed to a long-term care facility. Difference being is that you're not having to puree down all your foods, or a lot of your foods. So this place claims that they don't do it as much anymore. It's more regular cooking, but still with a lot of dietary restrictions and sticking very close to recipes, which I'm okay with, if only recipes didn't suck. It's been part of my natural tendency to look at some of the crappy recipes that the company gives us and make adjustments to better fit our formats and better fit our clientele tastes. A lot of times I can look at these recipes and go, you know what? It's shit. But I can work with it. All I gotta do is change a little this, a little that. If I get approved, who cares? If it sells, that's really all that matters where I am. Because we're completely retail. I've done that for a number of recipes, and we saw spikes in sales thanks to some small minor adjustments. Not necessarily adding or taking away things, but just making even adjustments to methodology and how things are prepared. Make a world of difference. Martial arts. I used to go to a place called Northern Karate School on St. Clair. I know for a fact it's still there. I was wondering if all the old staff are still there, though. Oh yeah, did I mention I'm gonna also lose all my stat holidays as well? Ah, it's gonna suck. But I did tell them at the new place that, well, I really want to try this on maybe more like a trial basis. See if it really works for me. I probably can do the job, but can I last working on 12 days straight? Mind you, it's basically down to 9 to 5 now, as opposed to whenever to whenever. But even my bosses say, you know, this portion of the company is extremely cheap. We're retail. They don't splurge. It's on themselves. Even then, they hardly ever splurge on themselves. What I'm going to be making now is even more than what our supervisors make. And what the hell does that say about the place? Think about it. Yeah, I knew the answer to that question, and despite the many times people ask me, you know, why the hell do you stay there for? I have tried leaving twice before. Both times didn't work out. Well, this time I actually have a decent plan, an exit strategy. Whereas before, not really. I didn't really have one. First time I left was almost out of spite, being dicked around so much. My second chance of leaving, I basically threw caution to the wind and figured, you know, this tip that I got about a job opening, possible job opening, which didn't pan out. But by then, I was, both times I was completely drained. I was burnt out, severely overworked. And once I'm overworked this time, I mean, it's a lot that I'm still doing. But I could have, honestly, I could have stayed if they offered me a couple more dollars and to help me with my parking. Because parking downtown, anyone knows, is quite expensive. That place you guys see me all the time coming into and leaving from, Canada Auto Parks, $240 a month. That's killer for someone that barely even makes 16 an hour. Has to be available on weekends. Needs to be in around 5 a.m. in the morning to do the morning bake. You know, my supervisors, my managers say, you know, you don't need to come in that early. Actually, honestly, yes, I do. When you look at what has to be done throughout the day, even when we don't have morning caterings to handle, there's other stuff I have to do too. I need to get the ball rolling on. A lot of New York plates I've been seeing around lately, especially yesterday. Here's another one. Well, it's Memorial Day, they still have today off. I wonder if they're in town for another specific reason. Like, I don't know, that Israeli march that was on yesterday. I don't think there's a game on these past few days that would have attracted Yankee attention. Or maybe they're just a transplanted anti-Trump. Now get my speedometer here. It means it's 28 degrees outside. I know for a fact it's a lot hotter than that outside. Without the humid index, it's the sun alone pushes it above 30. Talk about Ponzi schemes from earlier. Here's a good one. My wife is not from here. She's an immigrant from Hong Kong. That's where I brought her from. No, not a wife from wife in the mail from the magazine or anything like that. Just we were hooked up from a common friend. Now, because she's from Hong Kong, she has a Hong Kong/China passport. She's not a citizen here yet. Hopefully they can remedy that sooner or later. But we did a cruise leaving from the U.S., so because of that she needed an American visa, which you can only get from the consulate downtown on University, or you can go someplace out of town, probably faster. Means you gotta waste more gas getting out there just so you can get done faster. But she went with my mother. I don't think I had a car at the time. No, I didn't. Or did I? No, it wasn't for the cruise. Sorry, it was for my brother-in-law, her brother's wedding down in Boston. And I did have a car at the time. I think I was just using it to work. So my mother drove her downtown to the University, the American Consulate on University. There's a parking lot near the hospital. That's probably the closest she can go to. She was pregnant at the time. They didn't want to park too far away. Left whatever they thought they didn't need to bring with them in the car. And they get to the American Consulate and ask, "Oh, do you have any cell phones with you?" "Yes." "Well, we can't let you in." "Okay, it's a sensible security precaution. I understand." Well, through American paranoia. Okay, fine. Can we leave it here? "No, we don't have any place for you to leave it here. You can go across the street. There is a store. They have cupboards there. They'll keep it locked and secured for you." Great. Go there. It's $15 to leave your freaking phone there. I don't know how much of that goes back to the American Consulate. Or the security guard. Oh my god, $15. And of course, they're not the only ones. Almost everyone that walked into the American Consulate that day made the same mistake. They brought their phone with them. That's major business for that store. So yeah, if you ever need to go to the American consulate, get a visa or whatever, don't bring your phone, leave it in the car. Or if you're going by transit, don't leave it in the bus, whatever. Don't bring it with you. Unless you want to shell it $15 to have it shelved across the street. I'd assume it's still $15. It could be more by now. I don't know. Did I really expect this guy to actually stop? Oh yeah, he's gonna stop. There's a car coming. Just watch it. Car goes by. He's gonna go. 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 Oh no! That's a pleasant surprise. Should have stayed on that side. Someone's very anti-liberal. Can you blame them? Oh god, given our choices right now, I don't even know what to pick. Is this the same guys before from last time? I have no idea. Could be. Man, an extra $240 in my pocket. Hopefully. I think it was literally costing me more to go to work than what I was bringing in. Aside from the comfort of being able to do my job with my eyes closed practically, I think and plus losing my stat holidays and like half of my weekends, one thing I'll definitely miss driving downtown is the vistas. The tall buildings, seeing the CN Tower. Even if it is like 5 in the morning. The upper beaches. The little village. Heck, these are the same things I missed back where I used to live. In St. Clair and Oakwood. But I still had it, working downtown. Now I'm not going to have it anymore. I'll be traveling north to Markham. Oh boy, I'll be traveling north to Markham. We'll probably need more stuff to capture on my dash cam. Just less pedestrians. And less cyclists, hopefully. It'll be more auto-centric. 33.2. 133.2. Can't believe that's now considered a decent deal, especially when you go to Shell. If you have an Air Miles card, you swipe it, they knock off 4 cents per liter. I did that the other day. 129.2. I filled up on 3/4 of a tank of gas. I think I saved myself like a couple bucks. Not even. Nice gesture though. I maybe got like 1 point. 1 air point mile. 1 air mile point, sorry. Jesus, man, how do you wear a black jacket? It's 30 degrees out here. You're just wearing a dress shirt alone. It's freaking hot out here. I'm freaking wearing a polo. I know how hot it is out there. Man, check out that move. And that's one thing I hate about if you have a house on a main street like this. Backing in is almost not an option depending on what you do. because that dictates the time that you go back home or leave. You get to back out like that, sometimes blindly. And I don't know if you guys notice I'm taking this slightly different route going home. Usually it's, if I can get onto the DVP, it goes straight across Eglinton. Or I might drive myself up to Eglinton and go straight across. But because of the cross-town construction at Eglinton and Kennedy, backs things up quite a bit, especially going eastbound. Because you're reduced down to one lane right at that intersection, which I think is absolutely nuts. Going out west, sorry, it's 2 lanes. Now going west in the morning rush hour traffic, yeah, I understand. After work rush hour, you're now down to 1 lane, going the other direction. And of course on Kingston Road, around McCowan, just past St. Clair, there's construction there, and it's usually backed up all the way to almost all the way to Brimley. So I scouted this sort of a scenic route to a nice little residential area. And bypass all that damn traffic. Only downer is when we get to this section over here. Yep, that's the main road. That's McCowan. Just try to peer around the corner from here. It makes it really difficult. Even though I'm going a little slower, at least I'm moving. Yes, I'm stopping more often. But this is actually a pretty nice view. I used to drive around these little side streets. I don't remember them all though. Trying to get my kids to sleep in the car, individually of course. I can't put them both together in the car, expect them to sleep back there. Not unless they're really, 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 really tired. They're just fighting it. Lots of homes around here going up for sale. Not them shot. Think you can afford it? Nope. Certainly not $20 an hour. Not even $20 an hour. Lots of blue around here. Or orange. They actually had a garage sale right over here. Because that's all the junk that couldn't sell. Well, that's basically been my day. My daily rant. He actually came a little closer than I would have expected him to. They couldn't turn a little more? Oh yeah, I forgot to leave the power cord. Oh shit. that was a load off my chest. Thanks for listening.